Well, as you may not know, back in New York City at HQ, the DR Show offices are on the same floor as none other than Saturday Night Live. Theirs look a little different than ours, but we do share the floor. And while SNL has historically had their musical guests hit the stage a little bit after midnight, for our special Get Money Out show here in Washington, our musical guest is joining us a little after 4:45 Eastern, just before 2 o'clock out on the West Coast. The Goo Goo Dolls reached out to us, as so many have, because they want to get money out. Surprise, surprise. So joining us now is lead singer of the band, John Rzeznik. And John, tell us a little of your story. Why is it that you want to get money out?
Well, I think it's important to get the money out of the politics now, because I don't think that any of the politicians on either side of the aisle are able to represent the people properly when they constantly have to, they're out raising money constantly to get reelected. And also the fact that, you know, like you were saying in the last segment, that unlimited money is unlimited speech. And until elections are publicly funded, you know, they're going to be bought.
Yeah.
So, and we've given, you know, we've done a lot of fundraising with Democrats and Republicans. This is not a left-right issue. It's a common sense issue that we will be much better represented by you know, the people that we elect if they're actually beholden to us and not to a corporate payoff.
Yeah. Was there a specific issue that you were concerned about, or that you have been paying attention to, that you saw just not getting resolved, and finally you realized that it wasn't a two-party issue, but in fact it was a bought government issue?
I think the fact that the American taxpayers are on the hook for you know, to bail out all the banks, and the banks have just gotten even bigger so they can't fail, and now they're just slapping people with another $5, you know, fee on this, and you know, on the debit card, and it's just a never-ending nickel and diming that's allowed to go on. Nobody on Wall Street was arrested for the crimes they committed. We're stuck in a stagnant economy. A lot of our trade deals are unfair, and we can't possibly compete with other countries that, you know, use slave labor, to be honest with you. And we need to really get the money and the corporate money out of politics, because money should not dictate how much your vote is worth.
An interesting question just occurred to me. You obviously are one of the more talented and more celebrated musicians working in our country today. And if money is speech, does that mean that money is also a song?
If money is speech, is money a song? If money is speech, is money song? I suppose it could be.
With not one you want to listen to. So listen.
Yeah, right, exactly.
We've had a lot of folks, a lot of resources coming in from a lot of people in different ways. Some people bring money. Leo Hendry said, listen, I'll seed the foundation. Jimmy Williams said, listen, I will leave my career as a lobbyist here in Washington because I'm disgusted because it's become fundraising. I'll be the executive director. There are 140,000 and counting people who are participating in a public exercise in digital wave theory.
Yes.
Can we double ourselves in public by simply each one of us taking responsibility? And one thing that I was wondering is whether we could enlist people like yourself and other musicians and other artists in general to invest your resources in America by throwing events, by sponsoring events over the next year where we can have conversations like the one you and I are having with people in communities all across the country, with bands from all across the country, with food from all across the country.
Mm-hmm. I think that we're entirely behind you. We love the idea of Get the Money Out so much that we're just about to start a tour of the states, and we're going to bring iPads out with us. We're going to put them out in the hallways at our shows, and we'll talk about it from the stage. We're going to get as many people to sign your petition as possible, and you know, our band is completely behind you, and whatever we could do to help you out. we're more than willing to do.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking folks like yourself. I mean, the most valuable experience about being able to even interact with musicians and artists is people enjoy what you do. They enjoy your song. They enjoy the art. And I think the more we can harness musicians and artists over the next year in general to offer up that art, to gather communities across the country so we can have these conversations, I can't think of a more valuable contribution than that. And I appreciate your stepping forward like this, John.
We're just really grateful to be part of it. It's a great thing, and I think that you're really starting something important. I think that this is something that really the time has come. It's long, long overdue, and God bless you for starting it.
Yeah. No, listen. They say that energy just exists, and I think that this energy's been there for a long time, and we're now watching it just swell up around all of us. I think it's just for us really to harmonize with it and harness it for positive change because it's so powerful. John, listen, thank you so much. We look forward to working with you and all the artists in this world to help us drive this message into the local communities and, by the way, make it fun for the next year, for that matter. Musicians behind the wave, wealth behind the wave, and more importantly, you behind the wave. But all that music, of course, something that so many of us have been listening to on our iPods. Can you see where I'm headed? Torre's back with a daily rant on you know what.